You didn't choose to be born poor. You didn't choose the broken home, the hand-me-down clothes, the empty fridge, the parents working 3 jobs just to barely survive. That was never your fault. But here's the brutal truth that will either anger you or set you free. If you die poor, that is your fault. This is the story of a man who refused to let his birthplace become his grave. If you're tired of excuses, tired of staying stuck, tired of watching others rise while you remain in the same place, stay until the end. This might be the wake-up call that finally changes everything. In a rundown urban neighborhood where hope felt like a luxury, there lived a 29-year-old man named Marcus Hayes. Marcus grew up in a tiny 2-bedroom apartment his mother rented for 25 years. His mom, Elena, cleaned offices at night and waitressed during the day. She never took a vacation. She never owned anything. She died at 54 from exhaustion and untreated health issues, with $312 left in her account. At her funeral, Marcus stood in a borrowed black shirt, staring at her casket, and made a silent vow. "Mom, I won't let this be my story too." But 6 months later, nothing had changed. Marcus still worked as a delivery driver. $15 an hour. Long hours. No benefits. He still lived in the same apartment building. Same cracked walls. Same flickering hallway light. He still ate the same cheap meals. Paid bills with the same stress. Watched his old classmates post about new cars, houses, vacations. Every night, he scrolled social media and felt the same lie creep in. This is just how it is for people like me. No degree, no connections, no rich family. The deck is stacked. What's the point in trying? His coworkers agreed. During breaks, they'd complain. Rent too high, wages too low. Rich people get all the breaks. Marcus nodded. It felt safe. It felt true. Blaming the system meant he didn't have to blame himself. Then one freezing January morning, everything cracked. Marcus got a final eviction notice, 60 days to pay $3,200 in back rent or leave. He had $47 in his account. He sat on the floor of his empty apartment, head in hands, thinking, "This is it. I'm going to end up on the street like so many others." Desperate, he called his Aunt Carla, his mom's older sister who had moved away 20 years ago and built a small real estate business. The family called her the one who got out. Marcus asked for help, just a loan to cover rent. Carla was quiet for a long moment. Then she said, "I'm not giving you money, Marcus, but if you're ready to stop blaming and start building, meet me Saturday at 7 a.m. at my office. Show up on time. No excuses. If you don't come, don't call me again asking for handouts." Marcus hung up angry, but also terrified. For the first time, he realized no one was coming to save him. If his life changed, he had to change it. Saturday, 6:55 a.m. Marcus stood outside Carla's small office building, nervous but there. Carla opened the door, handed him coffee, and said, "You showed up. That's step 1. She drew 2 paths on a whiteboard. Path 1, blame. Stay a victim. Keep saying, the system is rigged. People like us don't win. It's not fair. Comfortable, but traps you forever. Path 2, build. Accept 100% responsibility for your future, even though you had 0% control over your past." Carla wrote 3 principles. Your start is not your ceiling. Poverty is where you begin, not where you end. Life isn't fair, but your choices can be. Wealth is built with 3 currencies. Time. Trade it for skills, not just money. Decisions. Every day choose growth over comfort. Identity. Stop saying I'm poor. Start saying I'm becoming wealthy. Grind with purpose, not just pain. Sacrifice now so your future doesn't have to. Carla's offer. Work for me part-time on construction crews, 19-hour, better than delivery. After work, 4 to 9 p.m., 5 nights a week. Learn a high-value skill. free online courses. Pick one: real estate, project management, sales, coding basics. Commit for 2 years minimum. No excuses. In 2 years, you'll either run sites for me at 70K plus or launch your own thing. But if you quit early, we're done. Marcus shook her hand. I'm in. The transformation, 7 to 9:30. Faster pace, uplifting music build. First 6 months, brutal. 4:30 a.m. wake-ups, physical labor all day. Library nights learning real estate investing and property management. Body ached. Friends called him crazy. Old habits tempted him, but he remembered his mom's casket. He kept going. Month 8, first certification, saved $2,800, paid off back rent. Month 12, promoted to crew supervisor, pay 26-hour, moved to a small, clean apartment. Month 18, Carla offered him to manage a small renovation project. He nailed it, revenue up 40%. Month 24, $75,000 salary plus bonuses. Started his own small flipping side business. Bought his first investment property. 3 years later, Marcus owned 3 rental units, ran a growing renovation company, earned 6 figures, built an emergency fund, started investing. He drove back to the old neighborhood, parked outside his childhood building. A young guy sat on the steps, looking defeated. Same look Marcus once had. Marcus sat down, told his full story, and handed him Carla's card. You don't have to stay here, but you have to choose to leave. Marcus broke the cycle, not because life got fairer, but because he stopped waiting for fairness and started building. The truth, you are not responsible for where you started, but you are responsible for where you finish. 2 paths every day. Blame, stay comfortable in excuses, die where you began. Build, accept responsibility, grind with purpose. Rewrite your ending. Your challenge starts today. Shift your identity. Stop saying, I'm poor, broke, stuck. Start saying, I'm building my future. Audit your time this week. Cut distractions. Trade 1 hour a day for learning a high-value skill. Pick one skill to master. Coding, sales, trades, real estate basics. And commit for 12 to 24 months. Like this video right now. If you're choosing path 2, build. Comment below. I choose to build. My skill is your choice. I'll reply to as many as I can. Let's keep each other accountable. Share this with someone trapped in blame. Subscribe to Edge of Achievement. Weekly stories of people who refuse to let their start define their finish. Notifications on. Your breakthrough is coming. Remember, your birthplace is not your burial ground. Where you started is just the first page. The rest of the story? That's on you. Born poor, not your fault. Die poor. Your choice. Which path will you choose? Start building today. See you at the top.